Kasake. Oh, the irony of me posting a video of it being 5 years, being diagnosed with lupus, yay remission, to being admitted into the hospital 3 days later. What up, y'all? It's Dina. Well, it's been one hell of an interesting and challenging way for me to start the decade. As my close ones know, I was in the hospital for several days, which I was luckily discharged yesterday. I apologize to those who have sent me text messages, phone calls that I have not been able to reply to. It's been an overwhelming week and I'm still trying to let my current issues recover, the issues that brought me into the ER in the first place, which are migraines and vision loss. So these issues started on Monday, which was 6 days ago. And it started with a migraine followed by a bit of eye floaters. Those eye floaters quickly turn into really bright flashes of light. Imagine someone standing in front of your face and just flashing a flashlight, like right in front of your face. The flashes would be happening in my lower right peripheral of my vision out of both eyes. And they would be happening even with my eyes closed. And even when I would try to sleep, they would still be flashing. So I was really lacking on sleep the last week. And I thought this was a normal migraine at first until I soon realized that migraines with floaters or these flashing lights shouldn't be happening constantly all day, every day. It would be flashing for 2 to 3 minutes straight, then I would get a 2 to 3 minute break of it not flashing, and then it would flash again, on and on and on and so forth. So I went to my neurologist 2 days later on Wednesday. And after a quick evaluation, she said there was just migraines with a bit of eye floaters as well, and said we might as well just do an MRI and EEG just to be safe. But she didn't really specify the urgency of it according to her. And I didn't feel too comfortable with that. So the next day I went to see an ophthalmologist. And after being evaluated by her, where she took pictures of my eyes, looked behind it, yada yada yada, she believed that it was not a problem with my eyes, but more neurologically related. Especially that when I saw my neurologist, she did the whole, look at my nose, how many fingers am I holding here, 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 here. When she did it on Wednesday, I was able to see all 4 corners. When my ophthalmologist did it the very next day, like not even, just 1 day later, I couldn't see my bottom right, and that was very concerning for her. She suggested for me to go to the ER. I then notified my specialist and told them my issues, and considering my history with lupus that they know of, they told me that it was best for me to go to the ER as well. So when my parents asked me, Dina, do you want to go to the ER? 95% of me wanted to say no. But the 5% of me was smart enough to say I have to. So after going to the ER, being admitted to the hospital, and doing 4 MRIs and an EEG, there's good news and bad news. The good news is it wasn't a stroke or a seizure, which I was really, really glad for the confirmation, because I was afraid that it was either or. Because the symptoms that I was feeling while on the way to the ER were very, very similar to the symptoms of a seizure and or a stroke. I can vouch for that. I've had both. The bad news is they found a sagittal sinus thrombosis, which is a blood clot that blocks the vein that carries the blood from my face and my head to my heart. So that explains my current issues that I'm dealing with. So after being admitted into the hospital, I was given 4 doses of dopamine via IV. Check out my nice little bruise. Actually, I didn't bruise too much. They didn't stick me that hard this time. That didn't sound right at all. Anyways, so 4 doses of dopamine through the IV for my migraines, and once that's treated, the flashes should go away along as well. And they also started me on the blood thinners Xarelto to start the process of eliminating the blood clot. I'll be on the blood thinners for 6 months, follow up with a new neurologist that I will be changing to, the one that I saw in the hospital that I felt a lot more comfortable with. And he works alongside with my rheumatologist, so might as well. So after 6 months of being on the blood thinners, we're going to do the same MRIs, the same EEG, just to check on the status of the blood clot to see how the treatment plan is going. So that's all I can really do for now. Just take it one step at a time, just like I did before. Nothing new to me. Does suck? Yes. But am I ready for it? I guess. The main thing that I learned from this experience the hard way was I should have reached out to my doctors the very next day when the flashes were ongoing. Hold on, just want to show you my guest star for today. My little doggy Atari. She's a Maltese, half Maltese, half Shih Tzu. Full on cute. So yeah, I should have reached out to my doctors the very next day and not let it go on for 4 days before seeking help. I think no matter what I do or how much time has passed, a part of me will always naturally be in denial first because I don't want it to be true, especially since I was doing good for so long. And then to think of going back to the ER and being in a hospital for days, weeks, months at a time and everything, it's frustrating. So that's my shared words of wisdom that this dumb one made to my fellow lupus warriors out there. We already don't feel right. So when something doesn't feel right on top of already not feeling right, and you just feel it in your gut that what's going on with you is not your average normal, then I suggest you seek help immediately and don't let things just run its course, because we all know how that can go. And when you do get the help, I suggest to ask questions. Ask what kind of medication they're giving you, ask what is supposed to be treating, ask how to properly take it to do your part with the process of recovery. Ask what are possible causes of what you're experiencing and possibly things that you can do to prevent it from happening again. And if you're not confident with a specific doctor with this battle against lupus, then find a doctor that will be alongside with you with this battle. This fight is definitely one that has to be done with a team. Like, you can't do this alone. But the good thing is that you're not alone. I'm not alone. We're not alone. We have family and friends that love and care for us. We have a great online community of lupus warriors that do nothing but help each other move forward. Y'all have me to do dumb stuff and go through it so I can share it with y'all so y'all don't have to deal with it. Thanks again for watching, y'all. And again, a huge thanks to everybody who has reached out to me and who has shown me love and support since day one. I'm here because of y'all. Every single one of y'all. Except you, lupus. I hate you. All right, until next time, rock on, folks.